Oh, almost dropped my phone. I gotta fix that angle a little bit. Hello everybody. As always, I'm not prepared to make this video, but good to see you guys. I was just screwing around trying to figure out like the right camera angle to use, because I don't like this one, but I haven't figured out a solution at all, so I don't know what's going on with that. But how are you guys doing out there? I'm doing well. I'm getting ready to start rolling again. We got 3 hours before, well, about 3.5 hours still until loadout, and then we hit the road again. It's time to go, and that's cool. We've got about a 7-hour drive, but I think 2 days to do it, so not really too bad. I think we'll just knock it all out tonight, and then we'll have some time to rest a little bit and relax, because believe it or not, even with all this downtime, the tour schedule can be a little bit tiring sometimes. I should find a hat. I don't like what's going on here on top of my head. Oh, where is a hat? Here we go. The wore out old Broncos hat again. How about it? We'll get that on. I don't like what's going on up there. So there we go. I don't like this hat either though. Oh God, I shouldn't even be recording this video. So hope you guys are doing well out there though. So yeah, like I was saying, we got about 3.5 hours until loadout. I might sneak in another nap. Today guys, I basically just hid from my coworkers. Not because I don't like them, nothing like that. But we've been going pretty hard with the shenanigans around here, things to do. And I'm like, okay, tonight we're hitting the road again. I have hardly left my truck. I left my truck earlier to go to the bathroom, came back, went back to sleep, and I left my truck just a little bit ago to go have some dinner, and just came back. I love these guys. I got no problem with them, but I was like, okay, I gotta chill out. It's time to get back in work mode again in my mind, and we'll go, we'll do that. So I've just been hiding out in my truck all day, just playing my game a little bit, taking naps here and there, and that's it. But we had an awesome time with the downtime that we had. It was super fun. I had a good time. I sometimes can't believe they're paying me to do this until we get into the work part of it, and I'm like, ah, fuck, that's why they're paying me. That's right. Because yeah, when you are going from show to show to show, the schedule is almost torture when you're running like that. But then you get a little bit of downtime, hey, you take it and you have a good time. So we did a lot of stuff, guys. We did a lot of stuff. I think I told you about most of it in the previous video or the previous 2 videos. I'm kind of just trying to clean up my my clothing situation here, because it's been like at least a year since I bought anything new, so I'm starting to wear rags, and I'm like, okay, I gotta do something about this. So I got the new shoes and a couple new pairs of jeans, trying to clean that up a little bit so I don't look like a homeless trucker a little bit. So we did that. But last night, guys, was super fun. I had such a good time. We had an email that our pass, our all access pass, would not get us access to the floor last night. I guess normally if you're gonna go watch a show, that's where you would go, because there's no assigned seating and anything like that. They didn't say why, but when I was in there, I imagine because there were a lot of people down there, and maybe it was a fire marshal thing at that point. I have no idea. So we were a little bummed out, some of us, because we were gonna go watch the show, and then we're like, now what? What do we do? And then another guy, he told me, he's like, dude, let's go in and let's grab a seat. Let's try to watch the show. And and if they tell us we have to leave that seat, then maybe we'll stand up somewhere or something. He's like, the pass still gets us in, but the pass won't get us down on the floor where we would normally be. So he said, it's risky. We might get told we have to get out of our seat or something like that, but we can try. I said, okay, cool. Let's try. Let's go ahead and try it. So got to watch the entire show from beginning to end. The openers, I guess the headliner you would call them, I don't really know, and had a really, really fantastic time. It was a lot of fun. So I'll tell you about it. We went in when the first opening band was playing, and not many people were in there at all, so we just grabbed a seat, and we're watching the show, having some drinks, chilling out, having a good time. And the dude that was with me, he's like, hey, some of the other guys want to go do something, whatever. He's like, I'm going to go hang out with them for a little while. He said, I'll come back. I'll find you, okay? I said, cool, awesome. So I'm sitting there watching the show, right? And people are starting to fill in. And a security guard walks over to me and he goes, hey, can I see your ticket? And I said, I don't have one. And he goes, how did you get in here? And I showed him my little all-access pass, you know, and he's like, oh, okay. He said, listen, though, that doesn't get you a seat. He said, these seats are probably paid for by someone, so I can't have you sitting there. I said, hey, totally fine with me, man. I said, somebody comes over here, I am absolutely fine with getting up and giving them their seat. And he goes, thank you. He said, nobody ever says that. People will argue with me. And he's not talking about like the truck drivers or the crew or anything like that, but just as a general statement, he says, I get argued with all the time about who's sitting where and who's doing what. He said, you know what? I got something for you, young man. I got something. He said, come here, come with me. So we walk down the aisle a little bit and he says, you see these two seats right here? He says, they never sell. I don't know why. I don't know if we just don't sell them. Nobody ever sits here. He says, is anyone else with you? I said, another guy. He's coming back later. He says, perfect. That's your seat. That's his seat. You guys have a good night, okay? And I said, well, thank you, sir. So he gave me a seat. He gave me a seat. And he was right. No one ever came in to get it, to take that seat, is what I'm trying to say. Jeez, no one ever came in to get it, guys. Do you understand the words I'm saying? Jesus Christ. Why do you guys watch me? Like, I don't even put full sentences together. I'm kind of a dipshit, right? Anyways, nobody ever came in to get those seats. And that security guy was super cool. He was a really nice guy. He kept coming over, talking to me. Like, he's like, do you need anything? Do you need a beer? What do you need? And I was like, I could use a beer. By the way, beers, $19.50 each. $19.50 for a beer. But oh well, it's fine. It was a free concert. I'll pay for the $20 beer. It's fine. It's fine. It's not like I had to pay for parking or any of my meals or anything. So whatever. No big deal. But he's like, yeah, okay, let me, he gets on his little walkie-talkie and he's looking for the concessions girl that has her little tablet. He's like, hey, I got a guy over here needs a beer. Yeah, no, he tells him to see, yeah. No, he's a cool dude. He really needs a beer, though. Let's get him one. Let's get him one. Come on, guys. Let's get this man a beer. Oh, yeah, right? So I'm talking to him off and on throughout the show, you know, breaks in the music and stuff like that. And he eventually comes over and he goes, hey, man, look straight ahead, about 2 rows in front of you. He said, who do you see? I said, I don't know. I'm looking. Like, I'm not really sure. He's like, do you not know 90s rock music at all? I said, sir, I absolutely do know 90s rock music. And he's like, are you sure you don't see anyone there? I said, I'm sure I don't see anyone there. And he says, bro, that's Dave Grohl sitting right in front of you. I said, Dave Grohl, are you kidding? I said, you mean Dave Grohl, drummer from Nirvana, right? And he's like, well, I meant Dave Grohl from Foo Fighters. And I was like, that Dave Grohl's okay. But you're talking about Dave Grohl, drummer from Nirvana. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, so I'm looking around. And then sure enough, there he was, sitting right there. Yeah, as soon as he told me who I was looking for, I was like, oh shit, there he is right there. Nothing changed in my life. I'm not famous because I saw Dave Grohl sitting in front of me. Not even a little bit. But it was cool. It was kind of a cool moment, you know. Watched the entire show. Whole thing. My buddy eventually came back and he watched it with me. I don't know what he was doing, but he was lost when he was coming in. He's like, where are you? Because we got it set up in Google Maps or whatever that he can track my location for stuff like that. I don't know how all that works. But he's like trying to figure out where he's going, and he's standing right in front of me, and he's like got his hand up pointing to some other audience members, telling them something, and he like spins around and he smacks his hand into another security guard's like forehead, and I noticed it was him, and I like grabbed him, like, bro, hey, come sit down, man. Come sit down. And so he comes over and he's hanging out with me, and that dude was loving the show. I mean, he was way pumped up, way into it. Super fun time. Absolutely a fun time. I loved it. It's great. It's fantastic. So here we go again tonight. Back on the road. Oh yeah, after the show, we got a few shirts from our job. with a band name on the back and our company logo on the front. And after the show, me and the other dude decided to go out in the front parking lot here and just hand them out to some fans that were out there. So that was not fans of us. They're not fans of truck drivers, right? But the band, obviously. And so we got out there and we hung out for a while talking to different people out there in front. It was cool. People had tents up, so we were talking to them about you know, them staying the night, and some of them are following the band around the country and setting their tents up, and it was so super cool. And I gave one of my shirts to someone, and someone was nice enough to give me a cool little friendship bracelet that says Killer on it. Killer, that's what it says. So now I have a friendship bracelet. I think that means I've made another new friend. I don't know. But it says Killer on it. How about it? They already know about me, I guess. They already know about me. So anyways, guys, I think that's all I got for now. Just a super fun time, but it is time to switch back into work mode. I had some issues with the guys unloading me when we got here. They were having trouble with the straps, and so what you don't want is for them to unhook your straps from the walls. You want them to unstrap from the middle, and then you hang your straps on the walls. The reason is when everything comes back in, the straps are in the same place, and you know, strap it back down. And they were having trouble getting my straps off, and I had not made it into the trailer yet. I mean, these guys were going, and they had pulled some of my straps down off the wall. So I went back there and adjusted them as best I could remember. And a lot of people use tape to put the straps where they're at, but I got this trailer halfway through the tour, so everything has already been loaded. I imagine when you go pick up that very first load, that's when you put your straps in, and you can mark with tape where your straps go. And I'll do that in future tours, but it's not a big deal. I just had to go blow the confetti out of the trailer and get the straps back where I think they were, and we should be able to get her loaded up tonight and hit the road, see what else is out there. So I don't have anything else to say. I know I've said that a few times, but I don't have anything else to say for now, so I'll update this video a little bit later. Talk to you guys soon. Hello everybody, what's going on, baby? What's going on out there? Do I look like I just woke up from a nap? Because I sure did. I sure did, everybody. We are back on that grind, as they say. Is that what they say? I only say what they say because I don't like having original thoughts, because that's really bad here on the internet. So whatever it is they say, I want to make sure I'm saying that, because I really want you all to like me. I want you all to like me. I just want your acceptance, god damn it. Can I get that? Fuck. I've been trying so hard to make friends with all of you. What's up, guys? Good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, we are back to it. We drove yeah, pretty much all night last night. The loadout didn't seem great to me, but me being new to this, I'm not really sure. But we've had a couple places where we're loading in and loading out, you know, without loading docks. So, you know, a lot of forklifts involved, and that slows down the whole process instead of just rolling things in on wheels. So it seemed a little rougher to me last night, but I'm not really sure. Maybe it's because we basically sat around doing whatever we wanted for 4 days, and we got paid for it, baby. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. I probably will do like a I know on this channel we just kind of follow my journey, right? And so if you don't already know me, you might come into the channel and be like, what the hell is this guy even on about, you know? So I might do a more easily digestible, more searchable video on sort of the pros and cons of entertainment trucking, concert tours, but it will be from a guy that's only been doing it for a few weeks. But I think I've been here long enough to understand the pros and cons of stuff, and you know, kind of give bullet points to talk through those things. But like I've said before, I think I've said before, I don't know, you know what? This is the second time I've interrupted myself in the 2 minutes that we've been back. But I've said before that I understand why they actually did have these job openings. I understand why that happened. So I definitely want to put together some sort of, you know, pros and cons video for people. I understand why there's job openings, but I understand the benefits also, or why there was job openings. Maybe I took the last entertainment trucking job in our country and as of right now, I'm not giving it up. So if you want it, you're going to have to kill me. And unfortunately, I'm this guy truck, so some people might have just taken that as an invitation. Please don't kill me. I'd prefer if you didn't. That'd be way cooler than if you did. Well, I don't know. I'm old and tired. You decide. You decide. If we're taking me out, maybe at least give me a little advance notice so I can like say bye to the family and all that. But if we're killing me, maybe just let me know ahead of time, and then I can at least say bye, guys. It was a good run, but this guy really don't like me. So I don't know. I have no idea, guys. But yeah, it seemed like the loadout was a little bit sloppy, but that could just be my screwed up perception of it. I don't really know. But we got that done and drove all night. I think I was done around 6, 7, somewhere in that range. We are not at a venue today, so I would say we're on our own to feed ourselves, but one of the drivers stocked up on a bunch of food to cook, and we have a grill. We have a couple grills circulating around here, so they might be up cooking later. I kind of screwed up my sleep schedule already, though, because I meant to stay up because we're close to the next venue, right? We're close to the next venue, so we're planning to be there by 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. We just need to roll out of here by 4:30. So I wanted to stay up, just stay up and then sleep all night till like 4:30 in the morning. And I went into the truck stop and got me a shower, and I came back, and all I remember is I sat down on the bed, and then like 3 hours later I woke up. So I kind of screwed up my sleep schedule a bit. So if they are cooking food later, I'll probably miss it because I'll be in here sleeping. That's my fault, I guess. That kind of thing happens. That kind of thing happens, but we're definitely back on it, guys. We're definitely back to work. For the rest of the tour, we don't really have a whole lot of downtime, if I'm remembering the schedule correctly. We've got quite a few shows left, but not a whole lot of downtime on the rest of this tour. So it's going to be pretty heavy. Go, do your work. And that's okay. That's fine. By the time it's over, I'm sure I'll be exhausted. And then I've got about a 3-day drive from there to return the equipment in my trailer to where it originally came from. So, and it'll be 3 solid days of driving. So we got a lot to do. So that's okay. That's okay. But anyways, I'm getting a lot more comfortable, guys, with doing this job, and I think that's really cool and a little bit sad at the same time. Not really. Let me take that back. My first time seeing this band in person, and it wouldn't have mattered who the band is, but seeing like famous people in person was a little bit like, oh shit, that's fucking crazy. And now doing this tour, there's kind of like random times where you'll pass by them, you know, walking through the venue, or you'll be in your truck and they'll be walking by, or you'll be having dinner with them the next table over. And it's kind of a cool thing because I've never seen famous people besides me, of course, right? The most famous. I'm sure that'll be taken out of context. He really thinks he's famous. No, I don't. Anyways, and for them to be just normal people that are like there, or maybe in my way walking slowly while I'm really hungry, or on a mad dash to the bathroom, you know, I was thinking like sad at first, but no, it's cool. It's a good thing. It's like, oh yeah, guess who? What famous people are? They're normal. Now this band is fairly quiet when it comes, as far as I can tell, when it comes to talking to a lot of people around there. They don't really like, hi, how are you, or nothing like that. I've heard on other tours from other drivers here that sometimes the band's like super cool and you get to know them by the time the tour's over. And like, I don't know if they still talk after the tour's over, but for the duration of the tour, those bands will treat you like friends, and it's all good and it's fun and things like that. And I'm really looking forward to one of those tours. That'd be awesome. One guy was telling me a tour that he was on. It was a rock band, we'll just leave it at that, that was like, hey dude, make sure you're, you know, did you get enough to eat, you know, what do you need from us? The band was asking this, and like, hey, if you want to watch the show, man, you always know you're welcome, come right up by that stage and watch the show. Where this one, it's a little bit like, well, we're on our own to do that, you know. And I'm not saying that this is like a bad thing about the band. I'm not giving you guys any headlines. It's just they seem to be more keep to themselves in their bubble type of situation, which I think I would too, because even when I had the big This Guy Trucks channel, that many people looking at me sometimes would freak me the fuck out, right? And I'd be like, oh God, just stop, I don't want to talk to anybody, you know? So I think I understand that. I don't think it's like necessarily a bad thing. It's just their different personalities, right? Yeah, I guess that's really it. I may have squandered those 4 days of downtime a little bit by not resting as much as I should, but I had fun, and sometimes that's what matters also. But then when I looked at this tour schedule, I went, oh, here we go. Here we go. We are going to be running nonstop for, I think it's right around 3 more weeks, somewhere in that range, 2 to 3 weeks, I think, until this tour is over. And it's just going to be just go, 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 go until then. So, but it's cool. I'm looking forward to, well, first and foremost, I'm looking forward to the 2 days I'm going to take off away from the truck. Though that's sounding very nice already. But I'm looking forward to hearing what the next tour is. And I'm really looking forward to getting more experience in this part of trucking, because there's so many options out there. I like where I'm at, don't get me wrong, but there's so many options out there when you start to build this kind of experience and even make a little bit of a name for yourself in this kind of work. So that's really exciting. And I think, like I said in the last video, I'm exhausted a lot. I mean, this job will absolutely kick the shit out of you, and it don't give a fuck. But overall, I'm really enjoying the experience, and I feel like it's actually something that I could do for a long time. And to me, that's an interesting thing to think about, because I was having trouble, as you guys know, and hopefully that I feel this way, you know, still in the future. But I was having trouble, man. I didn't want to be out in a truck anymore. I didn't know how else to make the money I needed to provide for my family, though. And I do my best to find the positive in things. I know it doesn't always seem like that, but I was really trying to find positive. And with this, I feel like the job's very safe, because people love to be entertained. Entertainment's a big industry. But because of how difficult the schedule can be, I think that that's a real challenge for a lot of people to come in and do this. So I've got 20 to 30 working years left in me, hopefully. And if I could do it this way, you know, I think that would be okay. I think that would be a lot of fun. Now, the bands that are like the big names right now, I don't know who they are. I have no idea who's famous right now. But they'll be like playing county fairs by the time I retire. You know what I mean? They'll kind of be pretty insignificant. But we'll see how that all works out. You guys, I didn't mean to say it like that, because you guys know me. We never know if that's how the whole plan will work out. But right now, I just feel so excited about it. And just the amount of money I'm saving in hardly ever having to pay for my own food is absolutely insane. Anyway, I think that's it for now. There's really nothing to do around here where I'm at. I wouldn't mind some lunch or something to that effect, but I don't know that I can get any. Anyways, yeah, that's it. I'm going to call it. I'm going to get this video put together for you guys. And like I said, hopefully next video I'll lay out sort of like the pros and cons of this, and make it a more searchable video for people actually looking to get into this kind of work. So, talk to you guys soon.